Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's having a great morning. Let me take my glasses off so y'all can see my eyes so you can know that I'm real. But I made a video yesterday, and because I'm a spiritualist, I've been spiritual all my life. I've been able to communicate with spirits since I was a child. It's just a gift of mine. Even some passive person that I had a soul connection to came to me yesterday and told me they were sorry for how they treated me. Their consciousness is still, God said they can't cross over until I forgive them. And I have already forgiven them, and what God wants them to see is that they need to forgive themselves. But this video is about the video I made the other day about how to issue your love to a narcissist. Okay, only people that have a problem with this video are either the spiritual narcissist, either you're a spiritual narcissist or you just, spiritual narcissists are narcissists in real life, okay? Let's just get that straight. But they just deal in spirituality and they just have no disregard for nobody, what they do to people spiritually, okay? Let's just put it that way. So people who had a problem with the video either are ignorant of the fact or never experienced a narcissist, so they don't understand that boundaries have to be had with a narcissist. Most times a dynamic between a narcissist and empath it occur over years. It don't happen just in one time, one place, and this happened over years. So boundaries have to be set. And that being said, boundaries had to be set within this relationship, because when you're with someone that constantly gives and someone that constantly takes, is draining. So boundaries have to be had. When I say issue my love, I was really talking to people who are looking at a situation from outwards and people who have actually experienced a narcissist. If you're a narcissist, then okay, yeah, you're gonna have a problem. You're gonna think it's how you say it, it's hypocritical of me, but it's really not. If you rightly know how to divide the words of truth, if you have discernment, intuition, you know that I'm telling the truth. The only reason a narcissist would be mad or upset at that video, or someone would be upset at that video, is number one, you're a narcissist, whether spiritually, in real life, or whatever. You're a narcissist. Number two, you're ignorant of the experience of narcissism, so you don't understand it. But when you have experience, for those people who have experienced being a narcissist, and those people looking on the outside and don't understand what's really going on, or they want to understand the issue here. The issue here is one is a taker and one is a giver. One is an overgiver, and some people, then the narcissist is just take everything. So you have to understand that something is a dynamic here that's being had. Either somebody gonna teach one person to be one way or the other. Whoever's the strongest, that's who's gonna survive. So that being said, if you have survived a narcissist, you understand that God was teaching you boundaries. So when I say you have to issue a narcissist love, I don't mean get in a relationship to issue somebody some love. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who have survived, and people who have survived narcissists, and people looking that's on the outside looking in to the situation. I'm telling you how to issue your love to a narcissist, because let's be honest, some people love to love. Some people love to love. And when you meet those type of people, it's very rare, but when you meet those type of people, there's a dynamic that's being had when a narcissist and an empath, or however you want to call it. I'm a spiritualist, and I understand I love to love. So when you have no boundaries on how you love, you can love somebody in a toxic way because you can overgive and overextend yourself. What I'm simply saying, and the point of view and the point that I was trying to make was for not the narcissist, but for people who have survived narcissism and people who don't quite understand the dynamic, but feel sorry for both individuals. How do you issue a narcissist love? Because we understand that this is a disorder. We understand that something trauma. We recognize that person had severe trauma, and I will be less of a human being to not feel sorry for that, for not feel compassion, because something happened to them that they couldn't control. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be less of a human being to not reverence that. I reverence that. You know what I'm saying? I recognize it. And I that my heart goes out to that child in that narcissist. But for the choices that an adult make, Even for the choices that I make, I am accountable for them. I have to be accountable. Anything that happened to my kids, I have to be accountable for them. If it's outside of my circle, outside of me being able to control the situation, then that's fine. But what I can control, I am responsible for it. And that's the same thing. You can feel sorry for a narcissist, what happened in their childhood, but the adult choices they make, you have to understand they know right from wrong. No matter what trauma anybody been through, every adult know right from wrong. Unless you just mentally insane. And I'm not talking about a disorder. I'm really talking about like don't understand right from wrong. Have a child like mine. They don't have a child like mine. They are adult people who never healed the inner child. So that being said, I feel sorry for that inner child that was never healed, but I do not feel sorry for the decision, because healing is a process. Healing is a decision. So if somebody really wants to heal, they can say, hey, especially when it's so much information out there on healing, it's so much things that you can do to heal. But when you come against your own self, when you come against your own humanity and don't want to heal, don't want to even heal yourself when you're sick, then there's something is seriously wrong. I feel sorry for the child in you that think that they didn't deserve to be healed. I feel sorry for the child in you that got so damaged to the point where you cannot connect to other human beings in a non-toxic way. I feel sorry for that particular piece, an aspect of you. We're 5-dimensional creatures. But I do not feel sorry for when you decide to do evil things to other people, because you know that they're truly evil. The narcissists know the evil that they do. They know the evil that they do. That's like if I go around and I just go to, and I be with a guy and I just like, oh, okay, mistreat his kids, run up his water bill, and just think that I'm God gift to him and that I don't owe nobody no respect for first of all, for being a human being. Second of all, for God breathing breath of you. I mean, that's the basics. So you really think that there's something that's hypocritical for me to reverence that child, for me to acknowledge the hurt and the pain that person went through? I can feel sorry for the inner child, but I cannot feel sorry for the adult person that made these decisions. And this is where we get so confused with narcissists and the empath dynamic, or the person that loves to love dynamic, however you want to put it. This is where the confusion lies. Because once the boundaries are being put up, the same people that told you to put up the boundaries, told you to have self-respect, told you to have all these things that come against you, like, oh, that's hypocritical. How? Sir, ma'am, please, let me know how that's hypocritical. Let me know how that's hypocritical, because, baby, I'll be the first to correct myself. I will be the first to correct myself, because I take full accountability for everything that I do, unless it's just insane. You know, some people just do stuff that is not necessary. You know what I mean? It's just out of context. It's just out of nowhere. It's just an ego-filled place. And it's just like, why did you do that? That's just stupidity. Like, why? Only person that is offended, only people that are offended are people that's ignorant of the dynamic. They never experienced a narcissist. Or people who are narcissistic. Those are the only two people that are really offended about the video, about me issuing love. There has to be boundaries. We are 5-dimensional creatures, and a narcissist is only they're only experiencing life in a 3D form, and in a very negative way. They can do spiritual things and learn spiritual knowledge, but it's only in a demonic way. They cannot do it in a loving way, because they do not come, their inner child is not healed, so it can't come from a happy, joyful, loving place. God is love, right? And so if God is love and you have no love within you, the child that's in you is broken. The love that's in you was broken because your mother or your father broke it, and it has never been healed, and you're not trying to heal it. Sir, ma'am, you cannot tell me that that's hypocritical for me to issue my love to that inner child that was wounded in this person, and then make him accountable for his actions or her actions. He's very much accountable, and I'm accountable for the actions that I played, the roles that I played in this dynamic too. I'm very accountable for them. Somebody said that I felt guilty. I did. I had a dynamic with my sister. I have a twin sister that have a dynamic. I felt very guilty for some of the things, and it was called survivor's guilt, because my sister was molested, raped by a family member of mine, and I didn't believe her. Yeah, it was a guilt play. It's a whole amount of lessons within that. And I was a child myself. I didn't understand a lot of things that were going on at the time. Yes, there was guilt that was there, and God had to heal that. You see, with the narcissist, either you was going to glow up or go down. And I'm the type of person, I don't like to lose. I'm the type of person, if you mess over me once, especially if you cheat on me, ain't no coming back, because you can't cheat on somebody you really love. That's just what I feel in my heart. I can't tell nobody else how to feel. And if you get upset with me because I believe that I stand on that, I stand on everything I said in that video. How to issue your love to a narcissist. You could feel sorry for the trauma that person had to go through. But if you feel sorry for the choices, you will fall in the traps of the narcissist. If you feel remorse for the adult decisions that they make, oh, this happened, this is why they're doing it. We understand, sir and ma'am, and the tough love that is given to them at this point is needed for their healing. It's very much needed for their healing. So anybody that is ignorant of the narcissist dynamic with their partner and is either a narcissist or ignorant of the fact, because they never experienced one, what's the dynamic, what's really going on here. And so if I say, oh, I used to be the person, oh, he did this because I used to. You can do that, but you're going to be narcissized. You're not going to allow this person to heal if you don't hold them accountable for what they do as adults. I can't make up for what his mother did to him and his father. I cannot do that. All I can do is offer him comfort and healing, and I've done that on plenty of occasions. And on plenty of occasions, he told me, oh, I'm going to go heal. Oh, I'm going to go to seek counsel, and never did. Over the 8 years that I was in the relationship, he never did. So, sir, ma'am, he had plenty of opportunities to heal. And my deadline was 8 years. I'm not the Most High God. I am an aspect of God. I am limited in ways because I'm flesh just as well as you are. His time had expired with me, and that's okay. And that's okay. I'm not holding him responsible for the expiration date. What I'm holding him responsible for is his actions. Sir, ma'am, his actions were not divine. His action was not done in love. It was not done in light. It was done to destroy me. It was done to destroy my confidence, my self-esteem, my foundation. And if you cannot see that, even if you're ignorant of the fact of the dynamic of a narcissist and their how can I say it, their victim, or in my case, victor, or you're a narcissist yourself. Only two people that have a problem with it. I'm out. Peace.